Welcome inside fitnessinformer.com, Fitness Informant's YouTube channel. I'm F5 founder and CEO Ryan Buckeye. I want to thank you for stopping by and check out our 100% honest, no bullshit review of Performix Superhuman Recovery. This is the product here, carton within a carton. Cool label, cool concept, but we're not here to talk about marketing. We're here to talk about this on 5 different categories. 1, the ingredient profile. 2, the effectiveness. 3, flavor. 4, mixability. As well, I'll show you a mixability video here on camera. And then finally, we're gonna talk about value. So let's dive into this ingredient profile, and we'll pop it up here on the screen so you can follow along. We start with a EAA complex, 6.2 grams of essential amino acids. However, we are missing histidine, which is one of the 9 essential amino acids. So this is not a full spectrum amino acid product. We get 4 grams of BCAAs, but we don't know what the ratio is. So BCAAs traditionally used to alleviate DOMS or delayed onset muscle soreness. 4 grams, we would assume if it's a 2-1-1 ratio, we'd be getting 2 grams of leucine, 1 gram of isoleucine, and 1 gram of valine. We also get 2.2 grams of the 5 of the other 6 EAAs, which again will help alleviate delayed onset muscle soreness. Then we get 3 grams of probably the most proven ingredient in sports nutrition, creatine monohydrate. Nice to see that in a muscle recovery product because you do need to replenish your creatinine levels as you work out. You do diminish or you do deplete those as you work out. You should be taking creatine daily. Now we'd like to see this at 5 grams of creatine monohydrate. Now it is based on kilogram of body weight, but 5 grams kind of covers the basis of all body weight people. For me, I need a lot more than 3 grams, and for some of you watching, if you're around 200 pounds like me, you're gonna need more than 3 grams as well. But again, it is nice to see it here in a muscle recovery product. Then we get the last complex here. We start with Lepidamax at 700 milligrams. Now, Lepidamax is a cool ingredient from Nutrition 21, which actually has been shown to increase male performance, both grip strength and sexual performance. So what they did is they did a study, a placebo group versus a control group. What they did there is they gave the group 2.1 grams of Lepidamax per day. So basically 700 milligrams in 3 servings a day for 2.1 grams. That showed that there was an increase in grip strength and in sexual activity. Now, 700 milligrams, which is what Performix uses here, is the minimum amount you can use to make claims. So we would like to see them use the full clinical dosage of 2.1 grams. However, we understand that would be reflective in price. And this isn't necessarily for increasing male performance, but helping with muscle recovery. So 700 milligrams is probably sufficient. You may see a little bit more, but again, kudos and hats off to Performix for being one of the first brands to run with Lepidamax from Nutrition 21. The next ingredient here is wild blueberry fruit powder. This is going to be high in antioxidants. Antioxidants post-workout is going to help with inflammation. It's going to help improve muscle recovery. The next ingredient here too is Vinitrol 20, which is going to be a grapevine extract. This is what you find in wine. High in antioxidants as well. Resveratrol, it's going to help obviously, improve muscle recovery. And then the last ingredient here is going to be basically a berberine type of ingredient, which has been shown to potentially help increase metabolism and in slight cases can help with some ailments in muscles. But basically, berberine is more used for blood glucose metabolism. So it's interesting to see here in a muscle recovery product. Overall, in terms of profile, we'd like to see more BCAAs, and we'd like to see a full spectrum EAA product. We'd like to see a little bit more creatine monohydrate, and Lepidamax, as cool as it is, we'd like to see more of it as well. Not a terrible profile, not the worst we've ever seen, but it could be improved on quite a bit by using optimal dosages of some of the ingredients that they use in the product. In terms of effectiveness, it's going to be an extension of the profile. Unlike a pre-workout, you don't really feel a muscle recovery product. It's what you don't feel, right? You don't feel the muscular pain, the DOMS, the lactic acid buildup. So now, if you're a trained athlete like me, who's been training for years and years and years, you don't necessarily get muscle soreness like you used to. So if you're a brand new athlete, you're going to get muscle soreness, even if you take Superhuman Recovery. Now, the crew over at Performix will tout saying if you take this, you won't feel any pain. That's just not true. You will still feel some discomfort and pain, especially if you're a newly trained athlete. I will still feel it too. Now, I have taken this. I do believe it does aid in muscle recovery. Obviously, EAAs and BCAAs are going to do that. And antioxidants, but you would need quite a bit more for it to be a super effective product. So very similar to profile, not the worst, but also not the best. In terms of flavor, this one here is a cherry limeade. Now, interesting enough, it doesn't taste like cherry limeade to me. I've had several cherry limeade products before. It's actually one of my favorite flavors. This one does not taste like that at all. There's maybe a slight hint of lime, not a ton of cherry. There's like an off taste. It's not bad, but it's not cherry limeade. So to call it cherry limeade for me is a little bit far-fetched because I just don't get it. I'm not sure what to call it, but if you're looking for a traditional cherry limeade, this just is not going to be it. Again, it's not bad. You can still drink it. There's a slight weird kind of taste to it, but it's not cherry limeade. In terms of mixabilities, you'll see here on the camera using our official shaker cup of Fitness Informant, the Ice Shaker Cup. We did 14.9 gram serving size, which is 1 scoop. in the 8 to 10 ounces of water. It mixes pretty well. Now, one thing to keep in mind about amino acids are they are not soluble in water. So you're going to have slight particles and residue floating within the suspended liquid and even maybe stuck to the side of the shaker cup, but that is really normal when it comes to amino acid products. So overall, mixability not bad, to be expected for what we look for in an amino acid product. In terms of value, this is 30 servings for $45, so about $1.50 per serving. It's probably fair. It's not bad. Now, it does use Lepidamax, which is a little bit more expensive. It uses 8 of the 9 EAAs, which is traditionally more expensive, but we don't know at what dosages each of them are used at. There is creatine monohydrate, but that's relatively cheap. So I would like to see this, you know, maybe like around $40 is probably more of a fair assessment, or at least increase some of the dosages. Because as you compare this to the competitive set in the market, I can think of some other ones that I would go to before this one, but you know, for traditional pricing model Performix, this would be traditionally priced like $70. So to see this at $45 at GNC through Performix was actually kind of nice, because it wasn't one of those overly priced products that we were accustomed to when it came to Performix. So would I spend $45 on this? No, I'd look for it on sale. I'd look for buy one, get one 50% off, because there are other better ones in the market, but it's still not an overall terrible value in the grand scheme of things. To get more of a written review or description of this product, look below for a link to take you to fitnessinformer.com. Check below for a purchase link, and if we have a coupon code to save you a few dollars as well on this product. Make sure you follow us on our social media channels. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and TikTok. Subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the red subscribe now button here below to stay up to date with all new reviews right here at FI. Check out our podcast. It's called Be Informed, Live Fit. We're on iTunes, Spotify, and right here at YouTube, featuring the owner of Performix, Matt Hesse. And for more supplement reviews, deals, rankings, news, workout routines, and nutrition plans, visit us on our official website. We're online at fitnessinformer.com.